Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Brian. This is the channel Hall of Games, and welcome back to my channel. I am a National Academy of Sports Medicine certified personal trainer and nutrition coach. And so, sorry about the weird lighting and setup, guys. I'm going on a vacation, so I need to get this video done. So I have a video out for while I'm gone. So even though this is not the great setup right now, this is a very important video, and this is the hard truth of fitness, the hard truth of nutrition and exercise, and that is that in reality, dieting is more important than your fitness. Dieting is what's going to get you to where you want to be more often than not, rather than lifting weights or doing cardio. Because when it comes to burning or losing fat, that comes into calories in versus calories out. And then when it comes to actually building muscle, a huge portion of that is getting the protein in. And so much is tied to your diet, to what you eat, what you drink, all of that. It is extremely important. And now, you might think in the beginning, especially if you're really overweight like I was, that you start off and that you can exercise, and then you maybe do a little tiny little diet change and you get huge results. This is what happened to me. I started off at 358 pounds, and then when I move across the country, I basically just slightly changed my diet. I went from having fast food 3 to 4 times a week to once a week. Had less soda, but overall I didn't really change my diet. I was still snacking, eating bowls of chips, still drinking soda, and then just gorging myself for that one fast food a week. I would get like 3 McChickens, 3 McDoubles, 2 hash browns, and a McFlurry, and then like a large soda. So I would just engorge myself. And for a while, that worked because I was a big guy, so I was burning a lot of calories when I would exercise. And so I would basically lift weights 4 days a week and do cardio 3 days a week. And so when I came back, I went from 358 pounds to about 305 or 310 pounds in only a few months, and that was with not really much of a diet change. But that was just because I was eating I was so big, I burnt so much energy because of how big I was, that I could eat more, and it wasn't going to affect how much I was going to weigh. But the thing is the more weight you lose, the less calories you burn, because the bigger and heavier you are, the more calories you burn. So when I lost over 50 pounds, I was now burning less calories as I was working out because I was lighter. So basically, I went from having a lot of fat loss quickly to it really, really slowing down. And that's when I really just needed to change my diet for good. And so I actually started using a calorie tracker to track all my calories. I track my macronutrients, even though really mainly the important one to track is protein. As long as you're within a decent range for fat and carbs, you'll be fine. But pretty much, that was the huge difference. And this is what happened for me again, because so basically what happens, I'll just give you a quick summary for my weight loss. I started at 358, got down to 268, had a huge sleeping issue that brought me back up to 298. Then this new year of 2020, I decided to really nail down my diet and my exercise and amp up my cardio. And so I really went on a really big diet change. So ever since the new year, I've been tracking every single thing I eat on my diet app. It's called Lose It. And I have really just been dieting because I started off with a 1,000 calorie deficit. That's been the most deficit I've been in for most of the time. For about a 2-month period, I was in a 750 caloric deficit, and that was a bit easier. But so you guys, diet, it's more important than your exercise. When I got down to 268, I was still lifting weights 4 to 5 days a week and doing cardio 4 to 5 days a week. But I gained 30 pounds because I was eating too much. I basically go to bed every night and make myself a milkshake, and then I would dump a few Twix candy bars in there. And that ended up being between a 900 to a 1,200 calorie milkshake, and that made me gain weight. And I didn't change anything. I was still exercising. I was still doing all that. But the diet is what caused me to gain 30 pounds over the course of about 4 months, or maybe 5 months. I can't remember the exact date and range. Then on the new year, I decide I'm going to exercise for every single day for the first 100 days of the year. Then I'm not getting hurt because I got sick. But then 2 weeks in, I'm like, I went from 298 to 292. I'm like, yeah, this is working. But I'm sure a lot of this is water weight that I'm losing because I'm doing more cardio, or I'm, sweating a lot more because I'm doing cardio. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go on a legit diet. I want to get in shape by summer, which unfortunately I'm in way better shape, but I'm still not great. I'm down to 239 pounds now. Probably have to do 225 or 220, maybe even less. Who knows? But basically, I've got on the diet app, lose it, and I've been losing weight ever since then and dieting. I gave myself one cheat day every 3 weeks, and even on that cheat day, I still don't get in a caloric surplus because I'm in such a big deficit, a 1,000 calorie deficit. That means I can add 900 calories on my cheat day, and still technically I am losing fat because I'm still in a 100 calorie deficit. But the thing is I didn't change my training at all. I didn't change it at all with my diet. Or when I started doing my diet. So when I went from 292 and I started my diet, I was lifting weights 4 days a week and then exercising 5 days a week. That was the same exact thing before I started my diet. And then now I'm down to 239 pounds 6 months later. Well, not even 6 months. It's maybe been 5.5 months now because I did start in the middle. The diet was in the middle of the January. So didn't change anything. All I changed was my diet. Or I didn't change anything when it came to exercise. I only changed my diet, and yet I get all these fat loss gains. And so, yeah, this is just pretty much it. If you're trying to lose weight, you need to diet, and you need to diet consistently, because if you don't do it consistently, there's no point. I see people who they diet 4 to 5 days a week, but then on the weekend they gorge themselves. Let's say if you're only in a 500 calorie deficit, so Monday through Friday, you're down 2,500 calories. And then you go on a 1,000 calorie surplus on Saturday and Sunday. That means you've only lost 500 calories, or burned 500 calories total for the week. Or you're only in 500 caloric deficit for the week. You have to be 3,500 calories in a deficit for a week to lose 1 pound in a week. So you're at 1/7 of a pound in a week because of 2 days. That's why I have a cheat day every 3 weeks, not once a week, and it's still me in a caloric deficit. So I always hear these things. Oh, I went to the gym, I did some biceps, I ran on the machine for 30 minutes. Now I can just eat a whole pizza. No. That whole pizza, I think a Little Caesars pizza is 250 calories a slice. There's 8 slices. You do the math, guys. What is that? Wait, so 500 times 4, that's 2,000 calories for a box of pizza. Are you doing 2,000 calories of cardio? Very unlikely that you're doing that. Especially, if you're a smaller person, the calories are not going to be that huge for your cardio. So just because you do work out doesn't mean you can eat whatever the hell you want. You still need a diet. You need to get your protein. You need to eat the right amount of calories. If you need to be in a clean bulk, then you need to eat more than you burn. If you need to body recomposition, then you need to eat less than you burn. And then and then if you're just trying to lose fat, you need to eat less. Like, it's kind of the same thing with body recomposition. So just put this in your head, guys. Diet is more important than exercise. At first, you might get the gains from, just exercising. Because you think if you're just in a state where you're eating a lot, and then you add exercise, you will lose weight to the point where you get to a certain point, but you haven't changed your diet. But as you lose weight, you burn less calories. So you get to the point now where basically you're going to be in a maintenance where you're not going to lose anymore, or you're going to get slower and slower and slower. But if you change your diet, bring it down here, then they'll go down together. That's why when I'm on my diet app, every time I lose a pound, I have to eat 7 less calories per pound. So yeah, you need a diet. It's pretty much more important than exercising, in my opinion, when it comes to losing weight. But with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Let me know your thoughts down below. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.